Okay, there's levels to this, right? And now he's looking at her, and he's like, how dare you walk into society smelling as disgusting as you do right now. Look at What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sway, and welcome to the very first video of 2023. Yeah, man, you know, I thought for the new year, I thought we would switch it up and try different kind of videos. So today we're doing a movie commentary. So for those of you who don't know what that is, we're just gonna sit here, chill, I'm gonna watch a movie, and we're gonna banter, we're gonna make jokes, and have a great time. Now, it has been about 10 years since the first time I saw Twilight. And I remember being a kid at this time, being a boy specifically, and as a guy, you weren't allowed to like Twilight. This was for girls. And so I remember as a kid, I couldn't watch it out in the open during the day. I would have to wait until nighttime when everyone was asleep, and then I would watch the Twilight movies because I didn't want that stigma following me around, you know? So yeah, I remember 10 years ago, in secret, I watched Twilight for the first time, and I'm curious, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I want to know if it's how I remember it being. Is it cringy? Is it better? Who knows? We shall see. Anyways, let's stop wasting time and let's get into Twilight, shall we?
I'd never given much thought to how I would die.
Neither have I. That's a lie.
But dying in the place of someone I love seems like a good way to go.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I can't bring myself to regret the decision to leave home.
I've always found this shot so funny. I don't know why. She's just standing there, you know, with a spade and a cactus. That is a cactus. She's just standing there, you know, with a spade and a cactus. Just.
Guys, come on! I love you both. We got a plane to catch.
That is such a 2000s outfit that this dude is wearing. I don't know why. You can just see that this is from the 2000s. When did this come out? 2008, I think? 2009? Can I just say that Twilight has a phenomenal soundtrack. This is really good.
Population?
Daddy-o, mustache!
3,120. My dad's Charlie.
Charlie!
He's the chief of police.
MVP of the movie right here. She's still holding the cactus. What is she doing?
Every summer.
Why are you holding the cactus,
But it's
man?
been years.
Did she sit with the cactus on her lap the whole ride over?
The ankle. Yeah.
He just pushes him out the wheelchair. That'd be great.
We used to meet. Your homecoming present.
This?
Just bought it off Billy here.
I mean, he's not doing any driving, so. Jesus, she has no hand-eye coordination whatsoever.
I told them,
Okay,
aren't
good
people from
God.
Arizona supposed to be like really tan?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that earlier. Everyone in this movie, specifically Bella, look at this woman, is so pale. Why is she so pale?
Maybe that's why they kicked me out.
That's not funny. That joke wasn't funny, but he's attracted to her, so he laughed. Also, can I just say, look at the shirt this girl is wearing. Bella has no sense of fashion. Oh my God, she looks like she should be working at a bowling alley. You know what time it is, baby? Don't stare, it's weird. This girl does not know how to be discreet. Oh, that's the correct reaction. This girl's just staring at you. I think she just smells rank. And the moment she walked in the room, he smelled how disgusting she must have smelled. I mean, look at this man. He's just blocking his nose. He doesn't want any business with her. Yeah, man, he just can't stomach the smell of her. Exactly! She noticed it! She's like, do I smell? Yeah! He looks like he cannot stand to be around her. Dude! Look at the way this man is staring at her. She's so uncomfortable. Okay. There's levels to this, right? She walks in the room. The fan blows on her, and he gets a whiff of how rank she smells. Right? She notices it. Right? She checks. Oh, am I smelly? And now he's looking at her, and he's like, and now he's looking at her, and he's like, how dare you walk into society smelling as disgusting as you do right now? Look at He looks so disappointed in her choices in life. How could you do that? He's like, oh my God, why would she do this? And he's just like, I can't take it anymore. As soon as the bell rang, that dude was out. She smelled so bad that this man is at the front desk asking to change classes. Oh, I forgot how funny this movie was. This is great. He didn't even turn around. He was standing there talking to this lady. He caught a whiff of this woman again. Oh. You just have to adore how smelly she is. This is a man I respect. Regardless of all the conversation that's going on right now, he got his food and he's on a mission. He just wants to eat his food. I'm sorry, I can't. The bowling alley shirt. What is she doing? No wonder she doesn't have any friends. Look at her choice in clothing. This is disgusting. I cannot get over this. I'm sorry.
Be careful.
Always am.
And thanks for the tires.
Yeah.
I like this. I like their relationship dynamic. You know, they haven't really spoken in a long time. They don't actually know each other. So it's like this awkward kind of tension between the two of them. You know, I kind of like it. Feels relatively realistic.
So you're enjoying the rain?
You're asking me about the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Any cold, wet...
Yeah, okay, this is where it starts. What the hell is this woman doing with her face? It's just so much of the... I don't like the cold. I don't like the rain. You know, she's just doing too much. Chill, lady. Just chill. She has Tourette's or something. Relax. There's nothing realistic about that, but we all know that. I'm just gonna move past that and let it slide. Let me just say this. Who drives that quickly in a parking lot to the point where you lose control of the steering wheel, the car turns, and it skids that much? You know what I mean? Who's driving that quickly in a school parking? Oh, I'm just gonna move past this.
How's it going?
Dr. Cullen. The only person more pale than Bella in this movie is Dr. Cullen.
I feel very protective of you.
You don't know her, bruv. For all she knows, based on the information that Edward has given us to this point, that this man is a stalker, and she is still into it, I suppose. Man, if I was her, I'm turning around, getting the hell out of Dodge, because based on everything he said, this man is a stalker.
I don't have the strength to stay away from you anymore.
Don't.
You know what, I get it now. I've been trying to understand how all of this has happened. When you take someone so bland, such as Bella Swan, and you combine it with someone so absurd, like Edward Cullen, and you put the two together, they tend to neutralize one another. So these are two extremes of the same coin, and so now it makes sense in my mind. If I was her, I wouldn't want anything to do with this cat, and if I was Edward, I wouldn't want anything to do with Bella because she's so bland. But you know, everyone has their own sauce and their own flavor, so who am I to judge, really? But you know, we move. Now they're just going into the woods. Bella systematically, as the movie goes on, continues step by step, increment by increment, to make worse and worse decisions in her life. I said it earlier that everything that happens to her in this movie, I truly believe she deserves. She's figured out the fact that this man is a vampire, and now she's willingly walking into a forest, alone with him, thinking that that is the best thing for her to be doing. Alright.
You never eat or drink anything. You don't go out in the sunlight. How long have you been 17?
A while.
This man is staring into her. Jeez.
Say it out loud.
Say it.
Vampire.
Yo, ka-chow. He's got the sparkles.
This is what I am.
That is deforestation. I was gonna say, it's almost as if Edward is like an addict. I don't know. I feel like that's probably the vibe that I feel like that is probably the vibe that Robert Pattinson was going for. Like, being a vampire is kind of like being an addict, unable to, you know, satiate his addiction. You can kind of feel that coming out of his performance. It's pretty good. You know what, the next few lines might just be the greatest lines ever uttered in the history of all cinema. I'm being facetious, obviously, but...
It's like a drug to me. Like my own personal brand of heroin.
Every time I hear that, it gets me laughing.
I don't know how long I've waited for you.
What is it? I don't understand. What is it that this man is attracted to? What is he attracted to in her? Is it just that he can't read her mind? No one can read anybody's minds. You know, that doesn't equal attraction. What does he see in her?
About 3 things I was absolutely positive.
What she's about to say next. I don't remember what she's going to say, but I feel like it's going to be some very cheesy, young adult novel, Wattpad-ish line. But, you know, we'll see. I could be wrong. I'm not wrong.
First, Edward was a vampire.
Yes, we know that.
Second, there was a part of him that thirsted for my blood.
Also factual, yes.
And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
That is not love. This is lust. What you're seeing here is lust. This is not love. You don't know the guy. You can't be in love with him.
Could you act human? I mean, I've got neighbors.
I'm gonna take you to my place tomorrow.
Wait, like with your family?
Yeah.
What if they don't like me?
So you're worried, not because you'll be in a house full of vampires, but because you think they want to prove you.
I like this, man. First off, Edward's really caged off. And then now, as soon as he's revealed to Bella who he really is, it's like he's opened up, and now, like, he's allowing his personality to kind of come out. That's great, you know, that's fun. That's fun, that's fun. Bella, on the other hand, she's as bland as unseasoned rice. Okay, I get it now, I understand. Now, at least, I see what she sees in him. Why she would even remotely be interested in being with him. Edward's fun-ish. Kinda. He's a bit awkward, but he's fun. He's got a vibe to him, whereas Bella is tap water. You know, flavorless and just not fun. I will say also that this film does a very good job of creating a vibe. You know, that this world, you get the sense that it feels real, which is great. Because if the world feels real, then the stuff happening in the world feels more real. Like if Forks was this hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky town, it wouldn't feel like vampires could exist in a place like that. But I don't know, because the vibe is so dreary and just so... everything just looks wet all the time. It just makes it feel like, oh yeah, vampires could exist in this world. So I like the vibe that they're cultivating. I think it's cool. She's wearing that shade of green again, and it's bugging me a little bit, but because it's not the bowling alley shirt, I'm gonna let it slide. This is slightly more acceptable. Slightly.
I can't dance.
Of course you can't. You're useless and you're so bland. What can you do? I thought he was gonna throw her out the window. If Edward had thrown Bella out the window, this would have been the greatest movie I've ever seen in my whole life. Oh, wow. That would have been fantastic if you had done that. Ka-chow!
I bet he's smart. Is he smart?
He's so intrusive is what he is.
Do you do that a lot?
Just the past couple of months.
Tell me that doesn't sound creepy. That's so creepy.
I like watching you sleep.
I think it gets worse.
Yeah, he wanted to meet you. Officially.
All right. Bring him in.
Charlie, the MVP. I love him. He's great. Oh, here they come. The baddies of this movie. The bad guys are here. Oh no. The plot of this part of the movie is kind of boring. I just missed the fun vampire stuff that was going on. But, you know, it's okay. We move.
Look, Bella, I know I'm not that much fun to be around, but I can change that. We can do more stuff together.
Yeah, this is sad. He's really trying.
Diner every night, steak and cobbler. Dad, that's you. That's not me.
I know she like has to be mean so she can leave the house, but damn, I feel so bad for Charlie, you know? He's just trying.
Bella, come on. I just got your back.
Yeah, and you know, if I don't get out now, then I'm just gonna be stuck here like Mom.
The life she could have had. but she chose a life of destruction. Alright, so to basically summarize everything that's happened, they went to play baseball, the bad guys showed up. One of the bad guys has like an obsession and likes to play games, and he knows how protective Edward is of Bella, and so now he's found a new game to play in hunting Bella, because he knows it's going to drive Edward mad. Yeah, well, okay. I suppose that's the best way for me to summarize up everything that's just happened.
Yeah, but you really made it too easy.
She really did.
Tell Edward how much
Yo, I take back everything bad I've said about this guy. This man is a gangster. He just looked at this girl, crushed her leg. Beautiful. That is so hard. Yo. Edward is the third MVP of this movie right here. He just ripped out that dude's throat. That is fantastic.
Edward, stop. Her blood is clean. You're killing her.
Man, this movie is fun, man. This is fun. When the movie tries, it does well. You know, when it cares, it just really ramps it up. And this went from 0 to 100 real quick, and I love it. It's so much. This is fun. Aw, I wish she had died.
How? I don't even know what you're saying. How? What are you talking about? You want me to go away? No, I can't just leave.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, this movie is meant to appeal to like 12, 13-year-old girls. And it does that very, very well, I suppose. I understand the appeal. This movie's a lot of fun.
Bella.
Look who it is. Jakob.
Guess I'll see you around, Bella.
The beginning of the ultimate love triangle. Actually, I'll say this. The dress that she's wearing now is alright, you know? As the movie's gone on, her style has increased. You know? I'll give her that.
I dream about being with you forever.
Forever. Is it not enough just to have a long and happy life with me?
See, that's the thing as well. This movie does have a certain charm to it that is quite cool. And when you, I suppose, drop the veil that Edward has to be a vampire and just to be awkward and all, when you just let these two be teenagers, the romance blossoms. Like in this moment, I can see what they see in each other. You know, there is chemistry there. There's chemistry there when you allow the two characters to just interact and just be kids and just, you know, mingle. But we need more moments like that to make their romance more convincing. You know, and we needed that early on in the movie before she even found out that he was a vampire. You know what I mean?
No one will surrender tonight, but I won't give in. I know what I want.
This movie's fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was my movie commentary reaction to Twilight. You know, this movie is fun, just mindless fun, and when it wants to, the movie is very good at nailing home certain moments and certain points. You know? And then when it just doesn't care, it just kind of, I wouldn't say it goes off the rails, but it does take detours and it does drag a little bit. But for the most part, this movie does well what it's trying to do. I don't know, I enjoyed it. This movie took me back and transported me to the mid-2000s, which was quite fun. You know, so I was very glad for that, I suppose. And will I watch the rest of the movies in the series? I don't know. I suppose we'll see. I'm gonna go get some food because I am very hungry. It has been your boy Swear. Thank you for stepping back into my corner, and I will see y'all in the next video.